Hey, how's it going, everybody? Greetings and welcome to the channel. Glad to have you guys here. And so today, we are going to be talking about the Google Pixel 9a after owning it for a month. And first off, let me just kind of like make this clear to everybody. I'm actually coming from a point of a consumer, okay? So not a tech reviewer, none of that stuff, no B-roll footage, just me, this laptop, you, and what you're hearing. Okay, because I think that the centerpiece of all of it should be the Pixel 9a, because that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about. So before I get into that, if you guys could do me a solid and smash that like button, I definitely and truly would appreciate it. It does help out the channel a lot. On top of that, if you just decided to subscribe to my channel, please do check out my other content. There's a lot there for you. On top of that, turn on bell notifications so you don't miss a video upload or when I go live, because I do tend to go live every now and then and just hang out. Yesterday was pretty fun with AI. I had a lot of fun doing that, and I'm going to be doing it again sometime soon. So if you guys enjoyed that live stream, those that watch the replay, just know that there's another one coming. But all right, the Pixel 9a, I've had this device for over a month now, just about over a month. And, you know, off shorthand, it's a great phone. It's really good for its price. Okay, and I'll get into all that on why do I think that this is one of the best Pixels ever made. And I've made that claim on other devices, right? First of all, I'm a huge Pixel fan. Like, call me a Pixel fanboy or whatever you want to call me. But I am a big fan of Pixels. I have just about almost every one of them. Almost. There's a few in my catalog that I'm missing, right? The Fold series I'm missing. The Pixel 8, like the flagship 8, I'm missing, and the flagship base 9 I'm missing out of my catalog of Pixels. But doesn't matter, because since the Pixel 7, I switched over to using A series devices and will continue to buy the A series. I really like this lineup of Google Pixels. I think Google has something really good here, and I really hope that they see the value in what they bring to everybody with these, and that they don't ever have plans to, you know, dismiss the lineup. Keep the A series. That's what I say. So first of all, you know, just giving it to you guys. Like I said, like a person who just bought a phone, put their SIM in it, and started using it, okay? It is a very good phone. And like I just said, it is probably one of the best Pixels ever made. And I've made this claim on several devices, so it joins an elite group of Google Pixel devices by me that, you know, I really like. One of them is the Pixel 2 XL. The other one is the Pixel 4 XL, the Pixel 5, and now the Pixel 9a joins that group. Not to say that like the other Pixel devices aren't good. They're all great. I mean, I enjoyed using every one of them. And the Pixel 9a reminds me of that reasonings why I'm a Pixel fanboy. It's just really good. First of all, the build of it is nice. It meets specifications to what people are mostly buying today, right? Samsung uses this type of design. iPhone's been using this type of design. It joins it. The back of the phone is plastic. I know that. But it doesn't feel like it. It really doesn't. Like, you hear a lot of tech reviewers talk about that. It doesn't feel like, you know, plastic. And we're not blowing smoke up anyone's backside. It really doesn't feel like plastic at all. It doesn't. It feels like a frosted glass. The only way I would know that this is plastic and not glass is I hit it up against my desk and it didn't shatter. So it's not glass, and that was probably a stupid move. I say that because luckily there isn't a scratch or a dent on it or anything. Well, not a dent, but a scratch, you know what I mean? But I did hit it at the corner of the desk. Anyhow, no big deal whatsoever, okay? Another thing I kind of want to point out that people talk about, tech review videos talk about, is the display and the bezels. Okay, first of all, the bezels don't really bother me. When I'm looking at my screen and I'm doing what I'm doing on social media and consuming media, I'm not looking at the bezels. I'm not like staring at a YouTube video and then doing this because I'm looking at the bezels. The bezels don't bother me. Bezels are bezels. I don't care. It's not a big deal. If it is a big deal to you, then of course you want to steer clear of this. But the display is nice though. Color representation on the display, whether you choose natural, if you choose boosted colors in your display settings, it's really nice. Got that 120 hertz refresh rate that everyone so goes gaga over. I've tried using that for a whole week. You know what? It's nice looking, but it's not a necessity. So I'm back down to 60 hertz refresh. It's just me, okay? Don't get triggered by it. On the other side to the display is the audio out of this thing, right? And so, like I said, I'm gonna give you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to it, okay? After having it for a month. Does this become the new Audio King Pixel? And the answer to that question is no, it doesn't. The Audio King of Pixels is still the Pixel 4 XL. The audios that this device produces when you're watching content or you're listening to music or whatever is still top dog. You know, you got clarity in the audio from the Pixel 4 XL and the Pixel 4. You got nice punchy bass that's smooth. And so those things that I'm really looking at here, right? So I can hear the media from my phone, and I can hear the punchy bass, and I can feel it on the back of the phone too. You can feel the bass. But it's not, squawk boxish, it's not crackling or anything like that. This device, you can hear your media content. It's not flat sounding because it does have bass. So I appreciate that. The audios is good, almost really good, except for the bass. That's the only thing that I noticed. The bass, if you have it on 100% volume and the audio you're listening to has a lot of bass in it, you'll hear the punchiness of the bass from this phone, but it starts to crackle a little bit. And so the speaker drivers in here, in my opinion, can't handle such high, not high levels, but deep sub levels of bass. It can't handle it. So no, this is not Audio King, but what it is the new Battery King. It smokes the Pixel 5a when it comes to battery. I could put this thing to charge and have it at 100% at 6 in the morning when I take it off. It's just crazy. The battery to me is just one thing that blows my mind. Okay. Let me pull up battery stats for you guys. All right, so I took it off the charger at about 6:15 a.m. in the morning. It is 9:09 a.m. in the morning, and been using the phone, and it's only dropped to 96%. Okay, that's a 4% drop, and it's I'm just amazed by it. Just how well the battery holds up when I use social media and stuff like that on here. Now with heavy usage, I'm sure by now it'd probably be down to 90%. With heavy usage, I mean extremely heavy usage, it'd be down to 90%. But still, since I've had this device, since I've taken it out the box, since I've used it, I can tell you guys I've never killed the battery. I've never successfully killed the battery on my normal daily usage. I make it through an entire day. I end the day somewhere between 50% and 43% the lowest. I mean, I don't know what it's going to take for me to kill it. Some of you guys may be able to kill it, right? Some of you guys may be able to, play some heavy intensive games and stuff like that. But that's your usage, right? Judging the battery based upon my usage and how I use my phone, and it lasts that long, that's phenomenal to me. So the Pixel 9a is absolutely the new Battery King. Now there is a slight caveat to the battery when it comes to the Pixel 9a, and it's an elephant in the room that I'm gonna address right now in this video, okay? So we've been noticing that there's been issues with some Google Pixels and battery, right? Swelling battery on the Pixel 7a, and an update on the Pixel 4a that just demolished the battery on some Pixel 4as. And so Google has intended to release, and I believe has released already, the Battery Health Assistant, which is an assistant that pretty much governs your battery. And the reason why I say it's a caveat is because if you're somebody who buys a Pixel 9a this year, 2025, okay, in the next 2 years, you'll probably notice some differences, okay? So keep this in mind before buying this phone. You'll notice some differences. You'll notice charging speeds might take a little longer to charge, and your battery capacity is definitely going to degrade. Lithium-ion, batteries degrade over charge cycles. It just happens as the battery heats up. The hotter the battery gets, the faster it degrades. So you do have to keep that in mind. But all Pixels are getting this, so it's not just zeroed in on the Pixel 9a. Future Pixels will have this battery health assistant previous Pixels, I think to like the Pixel 6, will have this battery assistance. Keep that in mind. Another solid thing about the Pixels is the cameras on this, okay? Now these are good for taking photos, point and shoot, get in and get out types of photos. And the image processing from Pixels and Google is just phenomenal. I get the best photos every time I take pictures with this, whether it's nature, whether it's a sunset, but most of all, moments with my family. That's the reason why that I was sold on Google Pixels from years back, is because every time that I did a function with my family, whether we went to a party, we went to, out to dinner, we went on a vacation, we went sightseeing, we went to the Grand Canyon, I got the best photos of those family moments with the Pixel camera. And the photos are so good, that I know they're going to last a long time, as far as like just the quality of them, the way that they look, that I could pass them to my kids. So when my kids are older, they can show my grandkids their, immature grandpa when he was younger versus his old, cranky, but still immature self at 80. I'm going to be immature for life. Let's just get that real. But yeah, the photos are great from this. And you know what the best part is too? Sometimes you get those moments, it's like lightning in a bottle, right? A moment that's happening that you're like, my God, I gotta snap this photo for memories with the family. And you're up and you're like, but there's like 20 people in the background. What the heck? 20 people in the background that's gonna screw this thing. Don't worry about it. Snap the photo. Just take the photo. Take the photo, because you got the power of Magic Eraser to take those 20 people out of your shot. Makes it almost seem like that it was just you guys there. That is pretty dang cool, and I can appreciate that. And I know other brands do this. I know Samsung could do this. I know Apple, I believe, can do this. I believe they can do this. But I know for a fact my Pixel can do it, and it does it very well. So you have that. But another cool thing about the camera is how they beefed up video recording. Now, of course, you're not recording the next Jurassic Park movie with this phone, okay? Well, you probably could if you're that gifted with the eye to be able to do it. It's possible. But most people aren't. But the videos that you get from this, they're great for social media. They're great for sharing those moments in live action with family and friends across social media, because that's why we're all about smartphones today. Is because the applications that we use on them, the social networking that we do on a constant basis, we want to share everything. We want to share our child's first steps with family that lives in other states or in other countries. We want to share those moments where, it's your daughter's first dance at school. And so, you want to drive her to the dance, and you want to record a video of your daughter's first moments walking into her first school dance. There's all types of reasons to record videos, right? Quinceañeras and all that stuff. So you can get some very good videos for the gram. Some very good videos just for social media to upload to Facebook, or even just for keepsakes. Maybe do what I'm doing, right? Put it on a laptop, stitch it together, and make a little home movie. You could do that with this phone. The video quality capabilities is awesome with this. And they're pretty good with the Pixel 4 XL, but you can see a difference where Google started to really pay attention and focus on video when it comes to the Pixel 9a. So, and actually the Pixel 8a, because if you guys didn't know, for the last like 4 months, mostly all the videos were shot with the Pixel 8a. And then of course you got the tons of AI features that Google offers, all these cool things, right? Like, intercepting spam calls and intercepting spam messages and notifying you about that. I really enjoy that. Like, I see all these tech creators talk about, oh yeah, I was using it on Google Pixel. Then when I switched to OnePlus, I started to miss it. And I was always thinking like, oh, that's probably written in their script and, just to kind of emphasize it. But no, they're not lying. Because when I switched from using this as my daily driver and say I decided to use my OnePlus 9 or I use a Nothing Phone 1, I miss those features. I miss not getting interrupted by spam calls and stuff like that. Those things totally blow. So I love the fact that this phone intercepts those calls. I don't get them. And we know what's even funnier? I have Google Fi. And one thing that I like about Google Fi, side topic, is that I can turn on the ability where I can only get phone calls from numbers that's stored in my Google contacts. So if you're not in my contacts, my phone ain't gonna ring for you. That is pretty damn cool. But besides that, just the fact that the phone in itself, it can intercept those spam calls. You also can get that same in your messaging, right? Google Messages has spam interception. It intercepts it. It questions if you think it's spam. It allows you to decide if it's spam. If it is, and you mark it as spam, you will never get those messages again from that number. Good on it. Yeah, there's tons of AI features built into this. You got Gemini, Nano, you got Gemini to basically fudge around with. Lots of cool things about it that, for me, just a dude that's like, hey, this is a phone. I mean, that's a lot of things to name off on a phone to really kind of focus at. And I'm just like, it's just a phone. Yet it gives me that much stuff wrapped up in a $499 price tag. They could have made this thing $600. I mean, for the base model, $700 for the 256 model. They could have made this thing, $800. I'm glad they kept it at $499. And the other thing about it is, boom, official Google case. Got the obsidian, so that way you can see the iris, right? My wife always gives me crap about it. She's like, why didn't you just get the iris color case so that people can see the color of the phone? It's like, you can still see the color of the phone, and it's emphasized by this black case, which got the G logo. So, yeah, that's all my feelings about the Pixel 9a after a month. And there's only one major caveat, which is only a caveat to me, not to you guys. So you guys can laugh at this, but one major caveat, Google, that you missed the mark on was, what happened to the Google stickers? The Google stickers, where are they? I mean, I got a Google sticker when I bought this Pixelbook Go, which was years ago. Google has stopped giving us the Google stickers. And so, I missed the Google stickers.